What's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday Night Reef Automation, not Monday Night Football. Sorry, guys. Um, for those that are big football fans, I happen to be a big football fan too, but my team isn't playing, so my team isn't playing, then we're going to be having some streams. Anyway, couple things going on. I haven't been on a live stream for a while. I've been so busy with work and managing some stuff, and I actually made a reptile room. If you can believe it, I started to get really obsessed with reptiles. I might do something with them at some point, but I did automate them. I got a bunch of automation system on there, and yeah, I got 2 snakes, I got a chameleon, I got dart frogs, I got 3 geckos. I'm a little crazy. It just started and blew up, so now I have a whole reptile room. So I've been really busy with that. I do have some videos coming out on the fish series that I've been doing, so hopefully you guys enjoyed my first 2 videos. If there is any fish that you guys want me to do a spotlight on, just let me know. You know, put it in the comments below in this video or in my other videos if you want to see a specific fish. I won't tell you what's coming out, but I do see some of them. I'm hoping I can do them here in the next week or 2. You would like to see my huge python. Yeah. So I know what that means, Rob, but I actually do have a python, if you can believe it. Yeah, let me see some stupid comments I'm seeing. Anyway, so a couple other little things before we start. I have a number of skies still in my garage, brand new, and hanging kits. So if anybody's looking for skies, I still have them. I am trying to get rid of them. So if anybody's interested, just PM me and we can maybe make a deal. I don't know. I got a bunch of them. So let's see. What else is going on? Yeah, I haven't been on a live stream in a while. Haven't had any videos. Last live stream we had on was about lighting, and I got just a hoopla of crap about what I was saying about different YouTubers and different people and how they do things. So I apologized on Facebook for it. I'm not going to go through this ever again, but basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to try to be a little more conscientious of people's opinions because people kind of went nuts on me, and after watching it, I understand why. I'll still try. I will give you guys my honest opinions, but I'm going to start being a little more conscientious of people's opinions. Speaking of opinions, we have a special guest today who I have a really great opinion on. So anyway, without further ado, I'd like you to meet someone. His name is Aaron.
Yeah, because like I haven't been on your stream a bunch of times.
So this is Aaron, if you guys don't know, or as I call him, Batfish Killer, or anything you want me to name him, just let me know, and it's a simple change. All I got to do is when my computer starts working, I can change his name. Not that Desert Reef guy. And the show is over.
Yeah.
So, yes, TJA, the Reef bot still pisses me off. You know, it's interesting. I've been hearing people having issues with Mastertronic and the exact same issues of that I've had with the Reef bot, so that's pretty interesting. Did you sell your sword collection? Someone's asking about your sword collection. He's just in a different room, guys. I think he moved.
My sword collection is still very much here. It's just to the side.
You know, it's funny. He got rid of like half of his stuff when he moved, And the reason he also got rid of it is everyone might know from the channel, someone had a baby. So you
Yeah.
haven't been on since you had your baby. So congratulations again. I met little Aiden, and he's adorable. Keep them away from your baby.
Yeah, so I moved everything into one of my bedrooms. As a matter of fact, it's funny that Derek mentions he's got a reptile room now because I pretty much had to, for the most part, rehome a massive amount of my reptiles because of the baby coming in. I needed to switch my focus. So, unfortunately, I don't have as many reptiles. As a matter of fact, Derek officially has more reptiles than I do now. That's scary. Yeah, I don't. As a matter of fact, I can't even call my fish tank a reef tank anymore because it's pretty much a fish tank now. There's no coral left or anything. I've downgraded a lot.
And your pond is gone, right?
The thing I call the pond is gone. Yes.
That's too bad. That's too bad. So anyway, today's topic is a good one. And I really want to get the chat involved because this is going to be a good topic. And we're going to be really talking about things that we wish the hobby had or that we would like to see happen. I started to think about this as I started to do my reptile room. I started to be like, man, it'd be so nice if Apex had this or someone had this. And I started to think about all the different things that we miss in the hobby. And then kind of in the same breath, I want to talk about things that were released that became big duds that we really haven't spoke about. Maybe people don't know about. So again, I want to get the chat involved. I want you guys to kind of go over what you'd like to talk about. We're going to start by talking about the. I have the. I think it's MAIVO. I think it's the company, and they started on Kickstarter. And what they are is it used to be a cleaner for your tank that was automated. So what it would do is it would clean your tank, and it would actually have a camera on it too. So you could get on your phone, you can clean your tank and see your fish tank at any time. And that company, I forgot what this. You guys probably know. It's like Movo or Myovo or something. And it was on Kickstarter for so long, and it never came out. And I don't know if anybody out there ever bought it from Kickstarter or even got the device. But I'm wondering if anybody out there has seen anything like that, because I will tell you, I would love to have an automatic cleaning type device for my aquarium. That would be flippin' awesome. Let's see.
Yeah, see, Rob B's Reef got it down. He just has his girlfriend do it. There's your automatic cleaner.
Yeah, that's great idea. That's a fantastic. I have a maid. What are you guys talking about? What am I missing? There it is. Moi. JCS Reefing. MOAI. That's it. Everyone was, it was like a Roomba. Exactly, TJ. And look it up. MOAI on the internet. You'll find it. And that was a device that I was so interested in it coming out with, or them coming out with it, sorry. And I never got to test it. I never got to see it. I don't even know if they made it. I'm curious if anybody on the chat has it or knows anybody that has it. I would love to review it and have it. Let's see. Yep, Lee, there's your son. That's right. Surprise, surprise. Jake Speed had a good question. Not really our topic today, but I'll kind of mention it. I did mention it on my last stream. The thoughts of Brs merger with Neptune. So, just in a nutshell, it hasn't made any difference, at least in my business. I've been able to get Neptune product without any problem still. I just order it and it comes in. So if you guys need any Neptune product, I have everything in stock. And and I offer free shipping and
hold on.
no sales tax. Yeah.
I've been out of the loop, I guess, for a little too long now. Because what's this about Neptune merging with BRS?
Yeah, they merged. They merged. They bought him.
So who bought who?
BRS bought Neptune. BRS owns Neptune. Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know.
Well,
I meant happy about that.
I mean, I mentioned how I felt about it last time, and felt that it was not going to be good. But again, it hasn't changed anything. Yeah, Aaron, he does live under a rock. Absolutely. Yeah, Gary, I have salinity probes and PM modules.
I'm trying to find my rock. I left it somewhere else.
Anyway, so the other question Jake had was about the Neptune Sky not living up to the hype. I completely disagree with you, Jake. But what I do feel is that the price is what's killing it. I'm struggling to sell it because of the price. I think it's a fantastic light. I mean, it's an absolutely terrific light, and I made my review on it. I think it's an awesome light, but I just think it's a little too expensive, and I think that's why it's having trouble selling as good as some of these other lights. So that's my opinion, Jake. Let's see. Let's see if anybody else any.
Now that I think about it, the only thing I could see that might be a benefit of BRS buying out Neptune is that BRS is quite a big company and has been around for a while, and they may be able to dump more money into research and development to help produce more products for it. So there's might be a positive to BRS acquiring Neptune, but I guess time will tell.
Yeah, I mean that's something that's been discussed, that they're going to have money to start creating new products, that they haven't been able to. And I don't know of any products that I am aware of, but I have hounded Terrence for years about TDS monitors. I mean that is the most important thing. Hydros came out with one, and I'm like, okay, Neptune, you guys got to step up your game. Let's release that, please. And now, I had a long talk with Terrence, Aaron, about Reptile and that stuff. After I started making my Reptile stuff, I was asking Terrence, I go, how awesome would it be if you sold like a $200 to $250 controller that does humidity, temperature, and has a few outlets for people that have reptiles? I think it would be amazing. Just to get an alert if your humidity is down or not, something that maybe controls a misting system. I know I'm getting into another discussion, but holy cow, I think that would be awesome.
I know it's a little different. You're a reef automation, but it is automation and automation of a tank in general. I mean, let's think about it. A reef tank is a biological system. You're creating a biosphere in a tank, right? Well, same thing with a reptile tank. You're recreating the biosphere of a reptile, and they're vastly different. A reef tank is recreating the ocean, right?
Right.
Versus a reptile tank, you're recreating places around the world. There are all sorts of different habitats. So, it is interesting, and I think it would be kind of cool to see that too. Especially if it was a wireless module that I could connect to my existing, Apex. I'd just get a separate tab off for reptile stuff.
Well, not only Apex, but Hydros too. If Hydros came out with some sort of reptile type controller, I think it would be huge. I mean, I don't know. I guess from what I'm.
Oh, I agree.
I guess from what I'm hearing in the industry, because I'm not really into the reptile industry, I'm more into the reef industry, obviously. People just don't spend the kind of money they do on reef tanks that they do on reptiles. So I think getting a controller for $250 on a terrarium that's, let's say, $100, and they probably spent less than $200 on the whole system, is a hard sell. And I understand that, but I think for us crazy people or stores that have a ton of reptiles, I think that would be awesome. So I don't know. I think that would be a cool little thing for them to make. I mean, that's my opinion on that. Rob said, I think all premium light brands are ripping us off. Yeah. I mean, they're really expensive, right? All the lights are really expensive. I do like the fact that my Sky will tell me when there's an issue with it, and I think that's the biggest difference, you know. Uh, yeah, Steven said I'd like Neptune to make wireless outlets as an option. Um, I don't know if Neptune will ever do that. I know that's something that's been discussed in great detail. I think what they're going to do, guys, is I think they're going to adapt someone else's power bar and have it like an IOTA type device. Whereas like Kessel has their IOTA devices, I think someone out there is going to make a power bar that has IOTA built in, and the Neptune will control it. I don't think Neptune will ever have a wireless device. That's just my opinion. They could, but I just don't see that coming anytime soon. Matt C48A, I used to breed poison dart frogs. Would love to have that. Totally agree, man. I have dart frogs, and I think it would be really cool.
Aaron, I know you say it'd be better off to keep it wired, but because of Wi-Fi. But they don't necessarily do that. They could adopt some form of Zigbee wire communication for wireless devices.
Yeah, or they could do some type of Bluetooth or something that communicates with the brain somehow. Mikey D, will Neptune ever make aquariums? I don't think so. I can see them making a skimmer or something at some point. So we mentioned I mentioned two things: the reptile controller and that Moy IV cleaner thing. So Aaron, what's a dud that you've seen in the hobby other than ReefBot? I mean, what's something in the hobby that has come out and was like, why did they create this thing?
You said other than the ReefBot?
Other than the ReefBot, yeah. Everyone knows that ReefBot was a dud, but we have to come out with something else. Yeah, Aaron, other Aaron, the Aaron that was on last time said Felix controller. I would totally agree. I don't know if anybody's seen the Felix controller, but the Felix controller is basically a Senai, and Senai was going to be on my list of devices that are duds in my opinion. I've never liked the Senai. If anyone's ever had it, you'll kind of understand what I mean if you've ever had it. Mark S. said, like to see the Neptune leak detector cord. I got news for you, buddy. You can use the Hydros leak detector cord, and it can be connected to a breakout box. So you can. Yes, the Mind Stream. Oh my goodness. The Mind Stream.
Honestly, I don't really know. I didn't really mess with a lot of that stuff. And, the first thing I ever had regarding automation for tanks was my Neptune system. So I don't know. I don't know what was out there. You would know better than I know some things I wish they had versus I just don't know any dud products. I haven't had them. I always get my products from you.
You sure do. So yeah, the Mind Stream, guys. I saw the Mind Stream at the at Reefapalooza, and I was like, man, this thing's gonna be freaking awesome. And then they totally screwed all their customers. You know? Do you know what happened with that, Aaron? I could tell you if you don't, because you don't stay in the loop.
I don't.
So Mindstream used to have these little discs that you'd put in the device. I don't know a lot about it, but and it would measure just about everything. It would measure what, guys? It would measure phosphate, oxygen. I think it measured CO2 possibly. It was calcium, alkalinity. I mean, it did everything. It was an automated tester. It was $1,000. I remember it being expensive, and it would hang. It would be like I can't remember what it looked like, but it looks like a little disc thing, and you would stick it to the side of your tank. You could put it in your sump, and you would just change out these discs. And what they did is all these people that bought it or pre-ordered it, they took their money. From my understanding, I don't know the whole situation, but they took these people's money and never returned their money, and they never sent out their products to people.
Yeah, that's the danger of these startup companies with products. That's it's why it makes it hard for people that actually legitimately want to do a startup and create a product. The trust isn't there because you get people that do this and ruin it for the people that actually want to progress the hobby and create things and design things that are worth it and take the time. And then you get those people that actually design a product and that product is completely garbage, like that calcium reactor you got and had that big issue with.
Anyway, Harkins Aquatics says it did alkalinity, calcium, magnesium, temperature, salinity, phosphate, and nitrate. I thought it did CO2 or did something like oxygen or CO2. Maybe I'm mistaken, But yeah, the Mindstream is a dud. Like, you can't even use it now, from my understanding. Even if you have it, you can't even use it. Let's see some other questions. Have you personally tried the leak rope on an Apex breakout box? Yeah, absolutely. It's just a two-prong sensor, I believe. I'm trying to remember if you had to induce like 5 volts to it. I think you have to induce 5 volts, if I remember. I did it a long time ago. In terms of the sensitivity, you can't adjust the sensitivity. It's either open or closed. Yeah, the Senai is garbage, guys. I'm sorry. I had so many problems with that thing. Man, it was really bad. Always wanted that cleaner. My local fish was supposed to get them and never happened. Yeah, that thing was really cool, guys. I hope they make that someday. That would be so cool, an automated cleaner that also has a camera. Like, that's flipping awesome. Imagine this little camera going around the front of your tank while it cleans. Like, that's flipping cool. Whoever came out with that, man.
So, by the way, their website's still up. They offer it. The Moai.
I know, but it's been, what I was getting at, it's been up for like 4 years, taking pre-orders. That's my point. So I don't think anyone should buy it, because who knows if you'll get one, or who knows if you get your money back. It's another Mindstream, basically. Oh, there goes the stupid camera.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and I just find it very interesting.
Yeah. So TJ was talking about, the Senai, you needed a little PC to run it, or you needed to buy their little stupid little dongle thing, and I was like, man. And I don't know if anyone out there has used the Senai, but the app is garbage. And when you log in on the web browser, to me, I don't know how it is for people outside the United States, but here in the United States, when you log in, all of the text is like mismatched, and it's not in the right places. So I don't know if anyone's used the Senai in a while. I don't know if they've changed it, but holy cow. Let's see, what else is going on? So let's see, some other things that I would like to see in the hobby. I'd really like to see a tester that is not gigantic, like a Reef Bot or Mastertronic, that uses some type of probe, kind of similar to GHL, and something that they can, that everyone can use, not Neptune specific or not GHL specific. I just wish they had a tester that doesn't use test kits. They got those HANA, right? You got those HANA those HANA checkers, sorry. I don't understand why HANA can't make something that uses their same technology and somehow can induce their reagents or something. I don't understand. Like, imagine if Hannah had a automated alkalinity tester with using their colorimeter, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Like, they already have the Hannah checker, right? And it takes what, 2 seconds to know what your alkalinity is? Imagine if they had an automated tester for that. I'm just throwing that out there, Hannah. You guys would just be amazing if you came out with something like that. Yeah, cameras are overrated. I totally agree with TJ. I know someone had mentioned Neptune should come up with a camera. I don't. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I personally am home because I'm a computer programmer. I'm home a lot, so I'm able to see my tanks. For people that are outside a lot or have to work or have to leave the state or the country, I don't know. Maybe a camera is a big deal for them to monitor and see people or see things when they're gone. I just know that not many people have found the need for a camera. You know, what do you think, Aaron? Do you want a
If I
camera?
go to Well, when I go to town, to be honest with you, I do like to know because I'll tell you, the last time I went on vacation, and this was, a couple years ago. Last time I went on vacation, most of the vacation I was having panic attacks that something was going to happen to my reef tank, and that it was just going to be a nightmare, and I just was freaking out about it. So now, to be honest with you, if I, go out of town or do anything, I just put up my ring, one of those little portable ring cameras, and point
Yeah,
it at the tank. And
so that's a good question or a good comment because I'm looking at the comments here. Everyone's using Waze. I've put cameras on my tanks and they never look good. Like, I don't know, guys. Maybe put in the comments what cameras you're using that look nice and clear. That if you're having LEDs, they're not blue. Um, I've just personally never found the need to put the camera stream in my Neptune app. I know a lot of people use that, but they all comment or contact me about how do you put the camera to be compatible with Apex Fusion. I'm like, just use the app, right? Use like the Waze app or use the Ring app, right? I don't need it in my Neptune app. That's just me though. I don't know.
yeah, I agree. I mean, there's enough wireless cameras out there right now by different companies. That why have a company reinvent the wheel basically?
Hmm.
Um, you know, yeah, that Moe thing would be great. Just because it'd be kind of cool. You're over at a buddy's house. You said, "Oh yeah, I got this new coral. Let me show you it while it's happy and active, and you can just have it scroll right over and you can look
Right.
at it." That's cool, and it's kind of nice that it does the cleaning of the tank as well. But I mean, other than something along those lines, coming up with another camera, buy one on Amazon cheap. There's tons of different options.
Yeah, so you bring up a really good point. I think it's awesome to see inside the tank. From the outside the tank, I don't really ever see the need. At least if I was gone, it would be nice to be able to pan around my tank and see how things are doing, right? Not just a static picture from 2 feet away or whatever, right? It would be nice to actually be in the tank, and that's why I think that camera is amazing. Um, Devil Dog, yeah, absolutely. They do have picture mode, and I use it all the time. Um, so yeah, I mean, if I put a camera, I could switch to picture mode. You're right, but it's still, I think it would be really cool if it was inside the tank. That's all. Let's see. Yeah,
Well,
Logitech
you
webcam.
could always
Yeah,
get a. I'll say you could always get a GoPro camera and attach it to a pole and just stick it.
yeah. You could do a GoPro. I don't know if you can stream from a GoPro though. You know.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if they have. If GoPro changes all the time. A mini
Uh,
sub.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Mark,
Like a
when you find somebody that makes a little mini sub that we can drive around our tank, I will have one in my 225 gallon in a second.
exactly. Yes, exactly. Um, what's his face came up with a question there. I saw a lot of comments about the pricing and some other things about how these companies sell a light and they sell a bunch of accessories. You got to pay for them, like diffusers and mounts and all this other stuff. Um, I don't know, man. Aaron, you're in a business like I am. You know, when you buy a TV, it doesn't come with cables, right? I mean, when you buy a DVD player back in the day, it doesn't come with cables to hook it up, right? Apple
Right.
TVs don't come with HDMI cables.
Right.
It's just the way business is, guys. You know, they make most of the time. Again, we're in a business where I can tell you this with absolute certainty. These companies make the most money off of their cables and accessories. They don't make any money on TVs. They don't make any money on surround receivers. They make them on the cables. Apple TV, we don't make any money on Apple TVs. We make it on the HDMI cables, right? So the same with
Right.
Neptune, same with Hydro, same with all these people. They sell all these extra accessories because that's where the money really is. Um, I do understand that people don't like the fact that these accessories don't come in the box, right? But you got to look at it from a business standpoint. You got to look at it from their point of view. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, they're gouging us. Yeah, I get it. But this is how businesses stay in business. I mean, that's just how they. That's just the way of the world, you know. Um, let's see. A TV after a year is 50% off. I completely disagree with you on that. um,
Yeah. TV.
that's
Well, it's interesting because TVs. Real quick, I won't jump into it too far. But TVs used to be, pretty much the price keeps dropping, but with the chip shortage that we're all dealing with, and I'm sure a lot of people are experiencing get the longer wait times with anything and everything that they're ordering electronic right now. But now you can't even say that TVs are becoming more expensive because it's just harder to make them at the moment.
hmm And I mean, think of it like a car purchase. When you guys buy a car, right? They try to sell you extra warranties. They try to sell you all these doodads. That's where they make all the extra money. They don't make it on the car, you know.
Oh crap! I totally remembered something. By the way, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh, yeah. So again, it's just the way business is, you know. It's just the way business is. I don't have any good advice other than there's nothing we're going to ever be able to do about that. And we can complain all we want about these companies nickel and diming us for all this accessories and all this, but they wouldn't be in business if they didn't. You know, um, it's just the honest truth. You know, they might sell 5, 10 lights, right, and make a good profit on it. But if they sell 5, 10 lights and sell 5, 10 lights with a hanging bracket, they're going to make significantly more money. And that's just the way it is, you know.
So, but wait, the Sky, does it come with like cables that you can hang with?
No,
It literally comes with nothing that you use to mount it above the tank.
no.
Okay. Well, see, that I can make an argument with. They could stick, a cheap little,
Okay,
one of
but
those little
wait,
metal
but
chains, but that's it.
Ecotech doesn't do it either. They don't supply brackets or anything to hang their lights with. AI doesn't supply brackets to hang the light with.
Um, what is that? Aqualight comes with at least the cables to hang the light.
Well, that's a hanging bracket itself.
Right.
The one that you got from me, that is an actual T5 fixture that has hanging brackets within it.
Right. I didn't say where I got it from. I'm just saying, it came with the hanging things.
But I don't know. I see that complaint a lot from a lot of people, and I feel the same way all of you guys do. You know, that's just the way business is. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Philips Coral Care comes with a hanging kit. That's flipping cool. How much is the Coral Care? I haven't looked at it lately. Because I'd like to know how much is it in comparison, cost-wise. And how much control do you get from it? I just don't know. I haven't really looked into it.
You know, I have a solution to the now bracket. So they sell the bracket for a price, and they sell the light for a certain price, right? So let's just add that price of the bracket to it, and they'll throw it in the box. I mean, how would it's they could do that, and then how would you know that would you know the difference if you didn't know the original price of the light without the bracket? They could just raise the price, and you would never know anything different.
Okay, so JB Aquatics, let's forget the clearance price, guys, because that's not fair. JB Aquatics says that the Coral Care Phillips is $800 manufacturer price. Okay. So it's already cheaper than the Sky, but does it give you all the same, customization as the Sky, or any other light for that matter? I don't know a lot about the Philips Coral Care, unfortunately. But $800, you spend an extra what? Yeah, I can see the hanging bracket and the Sky. Yeah, you're at about an extra $100 for the Sky. So. Let's see. The price of the Sky is already priced. Okay, yeah. Have you heard of a lighting company from Russia that goes by the name Beautiful Reef? No, I haven't looked at that. Oh no, JCS. I don't think it's cheaper at all. I'm just trying to look at it from what are you missing or not getting between the two. That's all. You do not have to buy a controller for the Sky, guys. You can control the Sky without a controller. There's a whole app for it. Let's see. Oh, so the Philips Coral Care requires a controller at $130? Is that what I'm seeing? So they are the same price. I'm not comparing them in terms of which one's better. I'm just comparing pricing based on accessories and so forth, right? Because remember, we're just talking about pricing with accessories. So if the Coral Care comes with hanging brackets, it's $800. The Sky and the Ecotech do not come with hanging brackets, but it sounds to me like what you guys are saying is we need a $130 controller on top of it. So you get the brackets, but you need a controller also, from what you guys are telling me. I'm going to have to do some research on this. Someone asked about auto water change videos. I have a couple videos on auto water change. I have a whole video on how I did my auto water change system. I also have a whole video on the SpectraPure Liter Meter 3 and the Liter Meter 4. 3 and 4 and how to use those. I also did a dose video with how to do auto water changes on that.
I have still not done a single water change on that tank.
Yeah, that's why your tank looks so great. How many corals do you have again?
Hey. 1.
Yeah.
I have 1
that's
coral.
What I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hold on. I think my 3D printer is warming up. I'll get some more printed out. Don't worry.
Yeah, so Gary just mentioned his whole entire Ecotech setup with RMS mounting kits, diffusers were $1,100. Is the G5 a better light? Again, I've went over this in my reviews. That's a completely whole other subject. We're just talking about pricing and why the Neptune Sky, for instance, is the price that it is. But with all these extra things you need, it comes out to be expensive regardless of what you know. Do you need the bracket with everything? Yeah, it'd be nice to have a bracket, but again, that's how they make their money. Yeah, don't go down the light rabbit hole again. Yeah. I totally agree that conversation is getting old. It seems to be the only thing on these streams lately that people want to talk about. But anyway, let's try to get through let's try to come up with some other things that we would like to see. And again, I would like to know what you guys like to see, because the good news is I have some contacts in all these companies that I talk to. So if you guys ever have any great ideas, I would love to throw them at some of these guys. Um, I've spoke to Terrence multiple times about TDS meters. Who knows if we'll ever get them, but that's what I'm waiting for. How awesome would it be if you got an alert that says your DI resin needs to be replaced? Like, come on. Again, I know Hydros has that, so don't get on my case. I have a huge Apex system, so it'd be nice if I can get that also. A full spectrum tester. Like Harkins is saying, he would like to see a full spectrum tester. Are you saying like a light spectrum tester? Because they have them, and I mean, most of these lights have these, preset spectrums that have been tested. So I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I'm sorry.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a system that automatically takes water from your tank and will test it for the different things that you need. And, it's all automated and it can go on an app that actually works.
Thank you. Okay, so I want an algae turf scrubber that auto cleans itself. That would be flippin' awesome, JB. Yes, a wave pump with a wire. Fun. I think a lot of power heads need to have their wire on the outside of the tank, but I'm pretty sure that Ecotech has a patent on that. I don't know if that's something that they can get around. Yeah, I'm trying to have Telegram on stream, by the way. I got to get him on. I've been talking to him a little bit more. Photosynthetic eels. Under the sand automatic cleaner. You know, Gary, it's funny you mention that, because they do have under gravel filters for freshwater, and people have never put them in saltwater. And I've always been curious, if you ever did an under gravel filter in a saltwater tank, how bad that would be. Like, what would happen?
Well, the problem with that is reef tanks have salt or sand, versus freshwater tanks. They use larger pebbles on those kind of systems. You can't use it with sand in a freshwater. I have one. I literally have one sitting in a box, an under gravel filter for a freshwater tank, and the holes are too fine.
Mikey, how about a pump with no wires, dude? If they had like a light driven pump that didn't need power, or a battery powered pump, that would be awesome. But I wonder how long that battery would last. Yeah, Harkins just said Ecotech has a patent on the wire, not in the tank. I was pretty confident on what I said about that. I believe I heard that a long time ago, and that's why a lot of other companies can't do it. Yeah, like I said, solar power, Mikey D. I mean, how cool would it be if your lights powered your pumps, right? What if your lights, because they have the spectrum of the sun, powered your pumps inside your tank with no wires?
That'd be cool.
Hey,
have you ever seen? It's interesting. Somebody came up with a concept, and I thought that was really cool. And it goes behind your wireless thing, but there was a disc that you would mount on your roof, and it would actually send electricity to devices wirelessly via like an RF stream, and it would beam it down. Yeah, I actually saw it. It was in development, and they were working on it. The only thing was, is if you put your hand in front of it or something in front of it, it would stop it. Cut the power. But yeah, as long as it had a clean, clear sight for it, it would beam power to it and power it up.
Philly, no, it won't die overnight. The solar, you'd have a battery in there somewhere, so the battery would charge during the day while it has solar power, and then at night it would run throughout the night. I've never heard of what you were saying. What are you talking about?
I'm serious. They did. It was a wireless power device. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are talking about this, but imagine, I mean, most stuff's going to be wireless charging soon, you know? Like most stuff, you're going to be able to put a magnet and just pop something on and it's going to charge. I mean, that's the way of the future, you know? Um, how big of a battery would you need, Philly? I don't think you need a big battery. Like I don't know if you guys have landscape lights outside, but there are battery powered landscape lights. They're little LEDs, and there's a battery that's about this big and that keeps it going for like 10 hours. Now, what if they had a power head that needed like, what, 10 watts? You know, even if it was something that's just for like backup for the time being, would be pretty cool. He's talking about Tesla coils charging system. That's what someone said.
no, 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 nope.
Okay, mister.
I promise you.
Yeah, again, we used to use under gravel filters in freshwater tank. I had an under gravel filter, but someone was asking about how do you clean the sand automatically, and I'm like, well, that's what under gravel filters typically used to do. They used to clean the sand essentially or the gravel.
Haha. Look up wicharge.com.
I'm not doing that right now. I have to run a stream
I'm just
here.
saying. I posted a link for those that don't believe there was. There's people that were working on this.
Yeah, I haven't changed Aaron's name, Mark, because my keyboard is not working.
Ha ha ha!
He got
You
lucky.
can't call. Yeah. But anyway, no. I mean, seriously, it's interesting that they, I'd love to see more things that were wireless done like that.
Yeah. JCS says, have Neptune make a battery backup for Wave that charges from the sky. There you go. There you go. I think under gravel filters just make the sand into a giant toilet. Probably. The new electric Ford F-150 can supply electricity to your home for 3 days. That's flipping cool. Like I said, guys, everything is going with electricity is going to be changing, in the next couple of years. So who knows what we might see in the reefing hobby?
Okay, so I know I just thought of a product that I would love to see. So say you're a person that does bare bottom tanks. I'd love to see a little floor cleaner like they do for pools for a reef tank.
Yes, but forgive me if I'm mistaken, most people that have bare bottom tanks grow coral on the bottom of their tank.
Okay, well, maybe it could learn like a Roomba does, not to go to
Okay. Yeah. This is why we have him on, guys. Quality commentary. Quality.
Well, come on, you said an idea. That's an idea. Threw it out there. Why not, right?
It's a terrible idea. Imagine having this big hose in the middle of your tank, like a pool cleaner, going around the bottom. You see this huge hose that runs into your fish and runs into your coral. Yeah, that's a great idea, dude.
No, but it could have a little compartment that it stores the stuff in.
Oh, that's terrible. That's just terrible.
It just pushes the water through a sponge filter and collects it. Every day you go in and you just pick it up and you take out and clean the filter.
So what else would you guys like to see in the hobby? I'm curious. Actually, what else do you guys see just a big dud in the hobby? I'm curious because there's just been so much that's come out over the last couple of years that, man, could have been awesome and just wasn't. Like I said, that camera, the Mindstream. I mean, I went to the shows and I see these things. I'm like, oh well, that's awesome, but I don't think it's gonna work. I really like the chiller. The Teak, I think, makes them. TEAC makes the heater slash chillers. They heat the water and chill the water, which is flippin' cool. Like, I wish more companies made those. I don't remember how expensive they were. They weren't super expensive. Like if I need to replace my chiller, those I'm gonna probably buy one of those. Luckily here in Arizona, heating isn't really ever an issue for our tanks. But I think it's a cool product to be able to heat and chill the water simultaneously. I think that's a really cool product. If you guys don't know of it, it's I think it's TEAC that makes them.
You know what else would be great? Like some kind of little robot that could go around killing, like they said, with lasers, vermilion snails. Come on, you know, it automatically would hunt down the vermilion snails and kill them for you.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, 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 yeah. Guys, why do I have them on? Like, why?
Because I come up with awesome ideas. Because, you know, I'm brilliant like that, right?
Brilliant does not come to mind at all.
Hey.
Yeah, Harkins has a great idea. Just get some sharks and put lasers on their heads.
There you go.
Huh.
Use a shotgun. I might. Don't tempt me on the stupid things that I could do.
Anyway, so we're at about an hour. How are you guys liking these late streams? Again, it's 7 o'clock our time here in Arizona. I don't know. People wanted to do it at 6, and I have no problem doing it at 6, but a lot of people wanted them at 7, so we ended up doing them at 7. I know it's really late for people on the East Coast, but I'm curious how people are liking the Monday streams because I'm not as tired on Monday as I am on Saturday mornings, you know. But getting people on here is going to be tough, you know. Yeah, football only lasts till January, right, guys? So after January, Monday Night Football won't be an issue, right? And you know, some people don't watch football. I know Aaron
don't
doesn't
watch
watch
sports
football.
at all.
Yeah.
I think sports are crap.
Yeah, he thinks a lot of things are crap that are not crap, you know. So we're gonna try this for a while, guys. Next week, we have a pretty cool stream. It's gonna be a Q&A, a live Q&A. I just turned it to the TV. And then I'm gonna try to get Telegram on. I've asked him to come on. We're gonna have Greg Carroll on. I've asked him to come on, so that'll be a good guest. We will make sure that Aaron here doesn't ever come back on.
Hey, it was fun to come on. It's been a while.
Yeah, we had about 40 people, so that's cool. I really appreciate everyone coming on a Monday night. I know it's a little late for a lot of people on the East Coast. Philly Reefer, man, what are you, about 10, 11 o'clock over there? That's flipping awesome, man.
Would anybody like to see my son?
Yeah, go grab him.
Just asking. I'd love to see if anyone would like to meet Aiden.
Yes, we would like to see Aiden.
Okay, yes. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Harkins, I'll have to get you on one time. But yeah, I got a bunch of videos I got to do. I still have yet to edit my Georgia Aquarium video, guys. It's the coolest place on earth. And yeah, Jake, my camera goes off every 30 minutes. It's a great camera, but it doesn't like to do live streams very well. I've just gotten used to it, and they're so expensive that I just don't want to replace it. But yeah, I got the Georgia Aquarium stream coming. Or not stream, video at some point. So there he is.
Okay. He's my baby boy.
Looks just like him.
Hey, he just woke up. He is not happy. He was sleeping, and Daddy woke him up.
What do you use for video editing? I use just iMovie or Adobe. I don't really use it that much. Yeah, Harkins, I went scuba diving with the whale sharks. So I got a video of all of it. Again, I have to just edit them. I just been so busy. Yeah. There he is. How old is he now? Just a couple weeks, huh?
He is. He'll be 4 weeks, so a month here on Thursday.
Wow. We need a skimmer with a CO2 recirculating chamber. Yes, absolutely. All right, so let's pick a winner today. I'm going to be a little bit. I don't know what the word is. I don't know if greedy is the right word, but you're getting a gift card to my store. So I want people to start buying stuff from my store. So to get this started, I'm going to start giving gift cards out to my store. So that's what we're going to start giving away. So let's see. We only had 18 people enter. We usually need 25, but I'll let it slide. This is the first stream on Monday. So give it to Harkins.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay. We would love seeing him. But yeah, it'll be a $50 gift card to my store. I'm gonna start giving out gift cards to my store because we got some cool stuff on there. We got some swag. Speaking of which, Aaron, we have onesies on my site for or shirts or things that someone should buy.
But hold on. Are those things the picture of what's on your hat?
Some of them.
So why would I buy something that makes fun of myself?
There's other things.
Okay.
And again, I sell all the Neptune stuff and free shipping and no sales tax. So, just saying.
Sean Nelson, tomorrow's birthday. Needs some Neptune gear.
Harkins, I don't just sell Apex. I got iPort. I sell iPort on there. So if you're interested in iPad mounting solutions, also swag. I sell swag, and I'm gonna be creating some really cool shirts whenever I get a chance. So I'm just got to run a business, and I got so much going on. I wish I could do everything for everyone, and I wish I could do more videos, and man, just so much stuff going on. Anyway, I'm glad we were able to get a stream today, and we're going to get a stream next week, and I'm trying to maybe sell Hydros one day, just as a secondary solution for people. So we'll see. That might come about. All right, so the winner today is... better not be Desert Reef Aquatics. Gary Kumbo. Are you still here, sir? You are the winner, my friend. Dude, there's always people that thumbs down my stuff. I'm just used to it. I don't care anymore.
Gary Kumbo, where are you at?
Yeah, guys, I might be selling some hydros too. So, yeah, there he is.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
So, Gary, go ahead and message me on Facebook, and I will give you the gift card so you can buy something on my site. And, yeah. Guys, I really appreciate you coming late to a stream. Like I said, I'm going to start doing more of the saltwater fish videos. So if anybody has any fish that they'd like me to see do a spotlight on, let me know. I got a couple coming out this week. I'm hopefully going to record them tomorrow and upload them tomorrow if I have time. I don't have much automation videos coming out. I do have the Georgia Aquarium that I'm going to edit and put that up. But we're going to start doing some, some different videos. So anybody has any ideas or wants for videos, just let me know. Hope you guys have a great evening. And again, thank you so much for coming to a much later stream. So have a good evening. See you guys next week.
See ya.